Hello, my name is Robert Clements. I'm founder and director of Assent Risk Management, an ISO consulting firm. Well, I manage many of the day-to-day aspects of the consultancy, including talking to clients or potential clients about their business and about how standards can help them in their business, working out how we can get them compliant and certified to the standards, project managing that process, making sure that the right things are happening at the right time. But I also work directly with clients still, so delivering consultancy or internal audits of their management systems against the standard to make sure that they remain compliant. I worked originally in IT support, helping companies with their computers and their networks and keeping their IT systems running. So very hands-on initially. And that's when I came across ISO 27001. So that's the international standard for information security. So as tends to happen now, one of our clients had been asked about that standard. They had an interest. I think it had come from one of their customers asking them to be certified. This was many years ago, back in the 2005 version of the standard. So because our client had that request and we were working with them as an external supplier of IT, we brought a copy of the standard, started to look through it to see if we could help them achieve that. Initially thinking it was just an IT controls and an IT standard, but obviously soon realised it was a bit more than that. It was more about the management of information security. And that really set me on the path to look at all of the international standards and work with our colleagues and associates who are specialists in others. But that first experience of ISO 27001 I think got me hooked, and I was really lucky to have some good people around, particularly going through the first external audit. The auditors were very helpful, as much as they can be, to point out where we were going wrong or where we could improve things, which is obviously their job as auditors. So not to give advice, but to help us really improve the management system. So I took a lot from that initial external audit, although that was very worrying and scary at the time. But I do think that really helped in my career, and I learned a lot from that experience. I think working in standards is a great career choice. I really love standards, as you could probably tell. I think if you want to be at the cutting edge of new ways of doing things and how businesses operate and really improving industries, the standards is where you find that. As consultants, we're really privileged to see behind the curtain of organisations. So we get to ask questions that really not many other people get to ask companies. And obviously that requires a lot of trust between us and the clients. And we take that very seriously as consultants, of course. But that's what makes it such a great career choice, because you learn so much every day. And you learn good practices that you can carry across and talk to others about. So it's really driving improvement, driving innovation in all kinds of industries and all kinds of areas. It's also obviously a global industry. They're international standards that we tend to work in. So often you're working across supply chains with people from different territories, different countries, and trying to align all of that to these international standards, which give frameworks that we're all familiar with. So it's a really exciting career. Doesn't matter whereabouts in the industry you are, you can get a lot of value out of doing this stuff. I think the advice I'd give to people that are looking for a career in standards is to get as much exposure to standards as you can. So whether that's working on standards within your current job, or if you're a student looking at standards that are applied within your institution, within your education institution. Try and observe some audits if you can. External audits happen generally once a year, so you often get an opportunity to observe those, or even internal audits. If you can find someone that's carrying out internal audits, it's really good to observe how they do that, how they get the objective evidence, and how they review the policies and things like that. At Assent, we're happy to provide some work experience and help people along that path if they'd like to. Obviously, providing they sign up to the correct non-disclosure agreements and that kind of stuff. I also think you can get a lot out of webinars. Lots of the certification bodies will put on webinars from time to time. That gives you an opportunity to learn more about particular standards or ask questions. And I think that's the main thing, is ask questions of everyone you come across who's got anything to do with standards. Ask them about their experiences. Both consultants and auditors love to tell a story, so you won't be disappointed. There's lots there to talk about. I also think training is a key aspect. If you want to get into the industry, you definitely need to take some training for the auditing skills. We would recommend an ERCA, lead auditor course for that. So that's a 5-day course normally in one of the standards, and about 3 days of that is the auditing skills that you'll be able to transfer to really any of the standards and other work as well. So training is a really good thing to do to get on the path of a career in standards. And then that will open up opportunities. As I say, you could have a career within a company and deal with their implementation of the standards and their management system, which is just as rewarding. Or you could work somewhere in the industry, either as a consultant like us that go into clients, or for the certification bodies, they need auditors and they need people in the back office and technical experts, people that can provide expertise to make sure that their audit programs are done properly and efficiently. So there's lots of opportunities out there that you can exploit and take advantage of.